Why won't you sign it?
Let me explain something to you about business, since, as usual, you're turning this into something about yourself. No contract means I have all the power. They want me, but they can't have me.
You're right.
Really is. I need to calm down. Who is he visiting? Is this Charles Whitmore?
Wake up, Charles.
Ooh. I'm about to give this man a knife. It's about to be a bloody birthday. Yeah.
Are you ready?
Alright, so it seems Lost is here once again. We're here with season 2, episode 11. And I'm loving this show, man. I do want to take some time out to talk about some theories that I have. The theories that I have is probably very close to the ones that you guys had when you first watched the show as well. The numbers do have a significant meaning. I would hope that it does, because these numbers are everywhere. Is there a supernatural aspect to the show? Yes, I believe so, because we can't just have steam or smoke, black smoke running around just all willy-nilly and don't think that there's something behind this. Can this be something created by, you know, are they actually living through this, or is this, it seems all planned. My prediction, or my theory I should say, not a prediction, my theory is that everything is planned. I think all of this is all planned. I think the crash was planned. I think nothing is, I don't think anything that is happening right now is coincidence. The fact that there's a horse on the island that Kate recognizes from something back in her past. It's like there's somebody, a huge mastermind behind this entire thing. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Westworld. And I was just thinking about it after I finished the last episode. It's like, this is very similar to Westworld. It's different. The concept and the story is different, but it's very similar in how they are executing the episodes, as in what they tell you versus what they don't tell you. You get what I'm saying? So it's, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know if you guys have seen Westworld, but if you've watched Westworld, you probably will understand the angle that I'm coming from when I say this, that's kind of like what it reminds me of. In as I said, it's very different, but it's also, there's some similarities as how the story is being told. You get what I'm saying? So it's a little weird and hard to describe as well, as in what I mean. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to spoil Westworld for anybody that's, you know, wants to watch that show or whatever. But essentially, the way our Westworld is like, you're unknowingly, you know what I'm saying, kind of like, they were these people, they were kind of like unknowingly in an experiment, you know what I'm saying, that was entertainment for other people. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to explain the concept of Westworld here. Watch it for yourself. It's a great show. 3 seasons, you can knock it out. 3 seasons, I think it's like 10 episodes per season. It's just, it's a little insane to me when I'm watching Lost and I see those similarities, because there's no supernatural aspect to Westworld, but there is some out of this world concepts that I don't think we're ever going to get there. I think people think we're already there with what happened in Westworld. But I don't see that happening, because no matter, you know, people talk about, you know, artificial intelligence and all this other stuff coming into play later. I don't think artificial intelligence will ever get to the point where it's taking over the world. Like, I don't think it will ever get there. I think it will get smart enough to have very close to human responses, but I don't think AI will ever get to, you know, the human level of intellect. You know what I'm saying? Of how we make decisions, moral responses. I think AI is going to struggle in those situations, because I don't think, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's where it's going to differ, and that's why I don't think it will ever get there, because AI can be controlled. So it's like, it's weird because it's not going to be an entity, it's not going to be an individual. So it's like, it's still controlled. You're still on a control internet, if you will. So it's weird, right? It's weird. So I don't know, maybe you guys agree, maybe you disagree, but it does remind me a little bit of Westworld and how the story is being told. So yeah, man, that's what I have to say there. That's my theory on this entire Lost show, is that there's some supernatural aspects to it that I think all these people are in just this huge experiment, and they don't know that they're in this huge experiment. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's weird. So we jump into the next episode. Make sure you guys check out the Patreon. I appreciate you guys, all you guys that are going to sign up, and all those that are already signed up. I appreciate y'all. Let's enjoy this journey for what it is, man. And now that the episodes are on YouTube as you're watching this, go check it out. See what we got over there. All right, I'm planning to add some new shows as well. We're already watching, of course, we're watching Lost, Mad Men, Boondocks, Gomorrah, all these great shows. I'm planning to add a few more over there as well as we move forward. So anyways, let's jump into the reaction, and I will see you guys right after for the review. I think she cares about Sawyer, but she doesn't know how to process it. I don't know.
Plus all this extra dural growth, I'm surprised it hasn't caused permanent ischemia.
He says you don't need to talk in whispers. He knows he doesn't have a chance. Gli altri non lo farà.
The way the tumor is situated on the spine, it's just not possible to remove it.
Non ci proverà? Perché?
He wants to know why you won't try. He said, I did not come all this way for you, sir. I came for him.
Oh yeah, because of what he did for Sarah, his wife.
You fixed a woman with a crushed spinal column. An impossible surgery. And now she walks, yes?
You should know it was a very different case under very different circumstances.
But a miracle, right?
Look, everything that my father's saying, the risks, the unlikelihood, he's absolutely right.
But will you try?
I'll have
If
to
they're
admit him in
saying-
the next couple of weeks. Run some tests.
La ringrazio.
Some people just want a sliver of hope, dude.
John. Stay in there. Stay.
Michael,
What are you? Stay in there, Jack! Going after my son, and nobody is going to stop me, okay? Okay, that is my right. That is a father's right.
There's another way to go
Get in the damn room!
you're gonna shoot me, Michael?
No, but I'll shoot your damn computer. Nothing is not what you think it is anyway. You don't understand, man. You don't have any idea. Now get in there!
I'll come with you.
No, I have to do it now.
Why does he
I have to do it
insist?
alone.
Oh, they must have told him to come alone with his.
What happened?
Michael knocked you out. Look over here.
Why would he?
He went after Walt. You want to tell me why you let Michael in here?
He wanted a gun for shooting practice.
Shooting practice.
How long was I out?
20 minutes.
We're on shift for the next 4 hours. There's nobody coming down here.
Yeah?
Come on, it's time to go get your bandages changed.
Well, why can't you do it for me?
Because I'm not your nurse.
Want to give me a hand?
You can get up by yourself.
Thanks.
Where's everybody?
Jack? John?
Maybe they went out for ice cream.
Hope you got the combo, Doc.
Right, 3 times to 25.
25, got it.
Left 3 times to 29.
Howdy, boys.
What are you doing, Jack?
We're going after him. Hold a gun on me, put us both in there. I went after Walt. I'm coming with you. You're still on antibiotics. It's a good thing I'm traveling with my doctor then. I thought you'd gone home.
My home is a hotel room. I like it more here.
Counts aren't where I'd like them to be.
You've been doing tests for a month now, Jack.
I'm thorough.
I have a confession to make.
Where did I know this girl from? I know her from
I don't
somewhere.
believe in miracles. I bet your wife feels differently. Your wife, she's the woman you fixed, isn't she? I'm thorough too. She must be a very special person to let you work until 4:30 in the morning.
I've got a... Excuse me?
Yes, of course. Go. And Jack, thank you.
They really know how to
Good
pick
night.
talent.
Sarah, I'm sorry. I meant to... I just got...
That's the price of being a miracle worker. I gotta go to the gym, and then I got some papers to grade. I didn't want to say anything until I knew either way, but I was late, so I got a pregnancy test. Don't worry. It's negative.
So he doesn't want kids?
Do you, you want to talk about it?
What's to talk about?
Sarah,
See you later, Jack.
Does he want kids or he doesn't want kids? It's very strange.
Well?
You would think that somebody like Jack would want kids.
You got a gun for me?
You're not coming.
Excuse me?
You're not coming. Someone has to be here to take care of the button.
So why should that person be me? I can track carry
You're
a gun.
not coming. You're staying.
For real, man. Like, why is she always wants to...
Let's go.
Sometimes you can't be on all the adventures, Kate. Jesus.
What? Kate. What'd she do? She didn't do anything. Right. Yelling at her because she wanted to help get Mike back makes a lot of sense. I know. You love her. What'd you say? What?
Jesus.
When you came across the island, what side was the ocean on? You came from the east. Michael's heading north.
What the hell's that supposed to mean? It means he's not going back to where he came from.
That's his boy right there, see? He
좋아하는 거예요?
yeah.
금방 떠났다니까 충당은 따로잡을 수 있을 거야.
당신 아무데도 못 가요. 못 간다니까? 살아있는지 죽었는지도 모르고 정말 미쳐버리는 줄 알았어. 다시는 그러고 싶지 않아요. 나는 당신 아내예요.
That's a tough choice, brother. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, let's say we catch up with him. Michael, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna bring him back.
What if he doesn't want to come back?
I'll talk him into coming back.
Something tells me he might be past listening to reason.
Why, you think we should just let him go?
Who are we to tell anyone what they can or can't do?
It's not too late to go back. The tumor's aggressive, but your father could lead a very normal life for at least another year.
Go back? Go back where? Have you changed your mind, Jack?
No. No.
Is that it? That's all we wanted.
That's true.
I'll come out and check on you before I scrub in.
Am I interrupting?
No, I was just leaving.
Did you cheat, Jack?
I'll see you in the morning.
I was just in the last episode saying that Jack is
ITR
probably
reports need
the
to be signed
purest
by
character
you
we
as
have.
Chief resident.
You know?
There's a line, son. You know it's there. Pretending it's not, that would be a mistake.
Guess you would know.
May be okay for some people, Jack, but not for you.
You sure Mike went this way?
Why do you ask?
Oh, I don't know, Mr. Clean. I probably would have gone around Mount Vesuvius. Ain't it obvious? All you need's an earring and a mop.
No, your name. Why'd you pick Sawyer? Your name is James, right? James Ford.
What's it to you?
Just an interesting name to choose is all.
That's Michael shooting somebody. Or
Michael!
Check it out.
Michael!
Jack!
Michael!
Hey, yo.
He's close.
Yeah, and if he was shooting at someone, you want him coming back?
Personally, hell yeah. You said these people were 2 days across the island.
Yeah, and they took Cindy less than a mile from our camp.
Over here.
It's getting dark. Which way might go? What? You out here for Michael, or is this payback for getting shot? Why you out here, Doc?
Get out of here.
Jack.
Insane,
Jack.
bruh.
And I had it!
I know, son.
I got it! I got it all! I mean, I had it!
His heart gave out. It's nobody's fault.
Couldn't save.
Tell her.
Yeah, well, I've already done that. Lest you forget, I am still chief of surgery.
Where is she?
She's gone.
Jack?
Gabriella.
I mean, literally everything that I talked about. What is it? What was it? Was it episode 9? I think it was episode 9 that I was talking about a lot of this stuff where it's like when women are vulnerable and stuff. And it's like... Bruh. Talk about hitting stuff on... And the thing about it is this, right? A lot of times when this happened, when I talk about stuff before they happen in the show or based on what I'm seeing, based on the writing that I'm seeing and stuff like that, and I draw parallels, a lot of times it just happened to hit it right on the nose like a few episodes after. It's happened multiple times since I've been doing reactions. And because, as I said, there's only so many ways that you can write a story. I don't think I've seen them all, but I've seen a lot of them, so I can tell you kind of like where the writers are going, what they're trying to portray. And a lot of times it's like in this situation, it seems like Jack is about to cheat. And he might end up cheating because in these situations when you have two vulnerable people, not only is Jack feeling guilty for not saving her father, but it seems like the two of them had this good dynamic going on where she was kind of maybe catching feelings for him because of the whole situation that, he wanted to try. And for some reason, when women are grieving, I don't know if they're seeking, I think there's psychology behind it as well, where there's seeking that kind of comfort, as in sexual comfort. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of weird. It's a very real thing. So I think Jack is about to cheat, and it's gonna change my perception of it because he had a whole wife at home. It's like, I don't know if you. It seems like he doesn't want his wife to have kids, or he doesn't want kids because of the type of father that he has. Maybe that's the reason.
Thank you for trying.
I'm so sorry.
Anyways, I don't know. I can't. Why they gotta ruin Jack? No, they ruined him. Is it? No, it's not. This man had a whole wife at home, bro.
I can't.
And at least he didn't follow through with the entire thing.
You mean you lost it?
He's a man, not a boar. Sign's more subtle. I need light to follow.
Still cheated, though.
Just find the trail, John.
I've lost the trail.
You don't just lose a trail.
Just don't want to find them.
Yeah, that's right, Jack. I've been running through the jungle toward the sound of gunfire because I don't care about Michael.
You know what happens if we just turn around and go back? We're never gonna see him again. And that's gonna be on us. On you. And on me.
But if I were you, I'd listen to Mr. Locke.
Who the hell are you?
Who are you? He's the son of a bitch who shot me on the raft.
Why don't you point the gun down? Probably be best if we just keep our hands at our sides, gentlemen.
Where's Michael?
Don't worry about Michael. I think it's time we all had a talk.
Indeed. Kate is not supposed to be gone. So
Just
that
sit
means
down,
they're
Jack.
telling
Nobody
us
gonna
that
hurt you.
Kate
I
went
come
after
in
them.
peace. Walt's fine. He's a very special boy.
Look, you said you wanted to talk. Talk.
Tell me, you go over a man's house for the first time. You walk in the kitchen, eat food that doesn't belong to you, open the door to rooms you got no business opening. Since the dawn of our species, man's been blessed with curiosity. You know the other one about curiosity, don't you, Jack? This is not your island.
What is it? Curiosity killed the
This
cat or
is
something
our
like that?
island.
Something like that.
And the only reason you're living on it is because we let you live on it. You don't believe what?
No, I think you got one guy up there with a gun. I think there's more of us than there are of you. You wouldn't have had to send a spy. Ethan.
Light him up! So listen carefully. Right here, there's a line. You cross that line, we go from misunderstanding to something else.
Jack, maybe...
No! I hoped it wouldn't come to this. Bring her out, Alex!
They got Kate?
Following
Oh
you.
my God.
Like I said, curiosity. Can you live with the fact that I shot this woman right in front of you? You could have saved her life by giving up and going home. It's your call, Jack.
You touched a hair on her head.
Shut up! I'm gonna count to 3.
Bruh.
1.
Yo. Jack.
Stop.
You and me ain't done, Zeke.
Jack,
You all right?
Should have listened, because he could have probably gotten, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. That's a tough situation because
여기서 뭐해?
the thing that I like about Jack is this, right? The thing that I like about him is that in those situations, a lot of times, you know, any man would probably say, "Yo, let's stand down." So I understand where John was coming from, but I also respect the fact that he was like, "Yo, just lighting a bunch of lights out. I don't see nobody. I still don't see nobody." It's like light him up. It's like, okay, it could be just one person. You know what I mean? They could have preset the entire area to make it seem like, but I get it though. There were people there. You know what I'm saying? But I do get why Jack was doing what he was saying though, based on previous decisions that he's made before. You know what I mean? So it just goes, everything just plays into these characters. They're like, they are who they are. And I respect the fact that he stood there and he's like, nah, we're not giving up. You got our people. You know what I'm saying? You're not even asking for an exchange. You're just telling me to walk away. There's a line, whatever. You know what I mean? And called him on his bushes. Like, if there was more of you than us, why send a spy? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you over here trying to take our babies? Number one. So that's another situation as well. So it's like Kate being there and following them, because as I said, it's like when Hugo said and Kate, I was like, oh shit, Kate went after them. And then she gets captured because she was following them, and put the whole situation in right, because it's like he's not going to choose, or he's not going to sacrifice her for the betterment or whatever, because he's just not that type of guy. So maybe if it was somebody else, I think in a situation like that, maybe, I don't know if Sawyer would make that decision either, but he acts like an asshole, but he's really not.
Did you eat?
Yeah. No, it's late. I'm fine.
How did the daughter take it? What's her name, Gabriella?
She kissed me.
Respect.
She kissed me and I kissed her back. I made a mistake. And this is my fault. It's my fault that you and me, I haven't been here, Sarah. I don't even talk anymore. I hate what's happening to us, and okay, I'm gonna fix this.
I don't even know how to respond to this.
I'm gonna fix this.
At least he told her though, like, respect for that.
I'm leaving you. I was already leaving you. That's why my mother was here. She was helping me back.
Why do I feel like I'm in this room right now?
I've been seeing someone.
Oh hell nah, she been chatting?
Someone else. I can't stay. You will always need something to fix. Bye.
Wow. Yo. And I'm here saying that, you know what I'm saying, they taint his character. I thought he was gonna sleep with Gabriella. He didn't. You know what I'm saying? Obviously. And I do get where she's coming from though, when she told him that you're gonna always need something to fix. You know what I'm saying? It's the type of mindset that he has, and that's why his dad was telling him that for you should never cross that line. You know what I'm saying? Because his dad knows him. You know what I'm saying? The type of person that Jack is, he has a type of personality that is in some ways similar to mine, that I had to grow out of. You get what I'm saying? I used to be just like this, where it's like women that are like, it's very easy for me to fall for women that are broken, single moms, women that have trauma in their lives and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's like I always try to convince myself to fix their situation until I realize that that's not my responsibility. Like when I got divorced, I really did realize that that's not my responsibility, and that's why, you know what I'm saying, I feel like that's not, as a man, it's not your responsibility. You're not responsible for other people's happiness. Nobody is. And the thing about it is, like, you can do things to make people happy, you know what I'm saying, that makes them happy, but their overall happiness and going through life, you're not responsible for that, man. You're not responsible for an individual's happiness. Only yours. You're only responsible for your own happiness. What are you doing to make yourself happy? What are you doing to go through life and accept those things? What are you doing? If you're not doing anything, then you're really not doing anything, right? So it's a situation with his character where I used to be just like this. You know what I mean? And I don't know if he's gonna learn that lesson a hard way on the island of his. He's the type of person, he's just like, he's a very, very, very like empathetic person. Like, he can't avoid it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just hardwired into him to just care too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, in most situations, let's be honest, in most situations as men, would we tell our wife that we, you know what I'm saying, kissed another woman? No. You know what I'm saying? No. In most cases, you wouldn't, because you don't think anything of it. So that's why I said respect to him for actually fessing up to that. Literally the same night he went home. You know what I'm saying? And, and then to find out that you're confessing this because, you're like, you understand why it happened. And, find out that she was already seeing somebody even before this happened. That's tough. Bruh, that's devastated, man. But it seems like none of this really taught him anything, and he never really changed.
Don't beat yourself up, Freckles. If you told me to stay behind, I'd done the same damn thing.
Hey, go away. I barely have enough food to feed myself. Here. Here you were out looking for Michael.
Yeah.
I couldn't pick Kid over Anna, bro. I can't, bro.
Looking for this kid again? Not much you can do about that, then.
Is it true that you killed one of them? Saeed tells me that you're a cop.
I was a cop.
How long do you think it would take to train an army?
Hey, I'm with you. Oh my god, man. In a few episodes ago, I was saying that this show is, in my opinion, just watching with, halfway through. Well, are we halfway yet? Probably not. But either way, mid season 2, I would say the way how they do things, the way how the writing, I think the writing is it's better. It's better than Prison Break. The writing is a lot better. The way how they spread out the story is a totally different kind of storytelling, but at the same time, it's there's some aspects that are similar. So those areas, I think they're doing things a lot better in terms of where they go with the story and the different avenues that they can go. Prison Break was in some ways very straightforward. They had some stuff there that was, of course, in mystery, of course, what we know versus what we don't know. But you can have so many different theories when it comes on to Lost. so many different avenues that they can go to create a story here, not really focusing on, you know, one or two things, but focusing on like maybe like 5 or 6 different things. You can draw theories, you can do theory, you know, videos and stuff like that from this. Can't really do that with Prison Break. Prison Break is more of straightforward, wondering what's going to happen next kind of story. You know what I'm saying? This is more mysterious in the, you know what I'm saying, mysterious as in how you draw conclusions versus, you know what I'm saying, versus, you know, what they are actually able to do with the characters. So it's like, it's weird. And it's kind of hard to explain sometimes when I explain things, but we'll get around to it eventually. So this episode, essentially, of course, Michael took off to go look for Walt. We finally got introduced to somebody from the other group, which Sawyer is now deemed to be Zeke, the same guy that shot him that was on the boat. So the situation is this, right? I love the fact that Jack is stepping up to be a leader. He's a leader in all respects. He's not as good as, say, a Rick from, you know what I'm saying, a Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead, but I still respect him. He's a guy that I would go into battle with because, you know what I'm saying, he's a guy that he once he cares about you, he's a ride or die. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's trying to lead these people to do the right thing. And he's also, not only is he trying to protect his people, he cares a lot about Kate. I think he's in love with Kate, but he's not really like, you know, up about it because he doesn't want to be, I think in certain terms, he doesn't want to be the third wheel in this weird triangle thing that's going on between him, Sawyer, and Kate. And I think he's trying to play it off. He's like, you know what? If she likes me, she'll come to me. And he's not going to force his way into like, oh, you need to stay here because I care about you, Kate, blah, blah. No, he's not going to do that. He's going to wait and see who she chooses. I think that's what he's just going to do his thing, protect his people. And hey, if she chooses to love him, you know what I'm saying, then she will. And I think that's what he's doing. And I respect that because the whole situation with the backstory, even for this episode, was kind of weird as well, because I thought it was going to taint his character, but it actually made me even respect him a lot more, to be honest. He you know, he didn't stick to, oh, she kissed me, you know what I'm saying? He said she kissed me and I kissed her back, you know what I'm saying? So I'm admitting to that, but I understand why our relationship is, you know, kind of been falling apart, is because of, you know what I'm saying, I haven't been home, I haven't been really paying attention to you, we don't talk anymore and stuff like that. And I mean, she has been cheated on him, and that took me for a loop, because I'm like, wow, you actually did that to the, you know what I'm saying, the guy that saved your life. I would have thought that I would be sitting here in this review saying how much of a piece of shit Jack is, but unfortunately I'm here actually praising him even more, because they just even put him in another category as well, for me, as not only is he a quote-unquote good guy, but he's also able as a man to stand up for himself, stand up in his mistakes and admit his mistakes. So in terms of quality of a person and traits, Jack is number one for me, hands down, in the show right now. And as I said, love Michael too, but he's way too impulsive, man. He's too impulsive, and I get why he's impulsive, but at the same time, if you don't know what's going on, right? Obviously he's being led to something else. Who he was talking to on the computer, only God knows who he was talking to. So we'll see what happens. This show is very mystical, supernatural even. It's kind of like you know, as I said at the end of the last episode, I feel, as a theory, I feel like this is all an experiment. I think I said it in the beginning and in the intro here. I feel like this whole thing is like just one huge experiment. Like, why have these people been on this island for so long? There's also another question as well. So for them to show up now, it's like, oh, there's a line. It's like, oh, we'll allow them to live on the island. Why not just kill them? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the situation. So why are we capturing people? Why are we kidnapping these people? Like, are they eating people? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this a group of cannibals? Like, there's so many questions to be asked when it comes on to this story here. You know, and I dig it. You know what I'm saying? It keeps me on my toes, keep me thinking even during the episodes, you know, of what could possibly be going on. And the decisions of these characters are really showing the type of people they are, the stuff that they talk about. Even with John saying to you know, talking to Jack and trying to reason with him to say that, you know what I'm saying, you out here, you know what I'm saying, you can't sacrifice everybody for your own personal gain. But I understand from Jack's perspective as well, as in, you know what I'm saying, he, you know, one of us took off. You know, if we don't go after him, we're never going to see him again. And I understand that sentiment very much, because a lot of times I talk about this in this perspective, from this perspective. I don't know if any of you guys that are watching this watch anime, but there's an anime which is my favorite anime of all time, which is called Naruto, right? Pretty sure you've probably heard of it, probably never seen it, right? But at the same time, it is my favorite anime of all time, and I learned so many life lessons from watching that show, even though I watched it like in my early 20s, right? One of the situations that is in a man, and to this day I still ask questions about it, and most people will say to you that have watched the show, will say, oh, you know, I would never do that for a friend, right? Because literally the entire show is the main character chasing after a friend, trying to save him from himself. You get what I'm saying? And this reminds me of that with Jack going after Michael, even though you know that he's going down a bad path per se, going to look for his son, or, you know, going to look for the people that has taken his son. And it's the same situation. You know, Naruto was chasing Sasuke. It was just, you know what I mean, there was a friend he had as a brother, or whatever the situation is. They you know what I'm saying, they weren't blood related. You know what I mean? There was just somebody that acknowledged them, you know, kind of looked up to, considered a rival, you know what I'm saying, friendly rivalry, right? And he just chased after him. He just continuously tried to save him from himself going down this destructive path. And you had a lot of people that were fans of the show that were saying, I would never do that, leave him be, and all of this other stuff. But I understood why Naruto did that. When you have someone, or you're close to someone, and they are going down a destructive path, it's very hard for you to let go of that and be like, whatever, you know what I'm saying, do what you want to do, you know what I'm saying. It's not gonna be easy, you know what I'm saying. It's not gonna be easy. And it's kind of like with a situation with Kate and her mom, you know what I'm saying. It's not an easy thing for her to let it go, but eventually, as I said, if I put myself in that scenario, I'm not going to resort to murdering the person that's doing something to my loved one. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to resort to that. You know what I'm saying? Especially when the person themselves that I'm trying to save or whatever is telling me that they're okay with being beat up and abused or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you go a little bit further. You know what I'm saying? You go a little bit further for those people, because sometimes they don't know that they need help. And that's the situation to come on to. That's what it reminds me of, his personality when it comes to Jack. It reminds me of that. Not in all the aspects, but, you know, in some. So definitely still resonate with Jack, man. Like, respect to how they're doing the character. I thought they were gonna be like, yo, Jack is, you know what I'm saying, a cheater and a bastard. You know what I'm saying? I thought they were gonna like decimate his character. Now it's just like, he's just like one of the other guys. You know what I'm saying? He's not, you know, quote unquote perfect, you know. So we all know Jack is not perfect. He's made a lot of mistakes and he's seen the consequences of it. I mean, he didn't have to go to Australia, you know, the situation with his dad. He didn't have to go, but he went because throughout all the stuff that he went through with his father, he still loved his father. It's the reason his father is the reason why he became a doctor. So even though they may have had differences, which is something that we experience with loved ones all the time, it doesn't mean that you stop loving them. It doesn't mean that you stop caring about them. You know what I mean? No matter what they're going through, no matter how much they do to push you away, you still love them, you still care about them. So this show really does bring a lot of that stuff to the forefront as well, and they do a very good job of doing it. And not only does it correlate with the entire story and what's going on, it's just brilliant story writing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So make sure you comment, make sure you like the video, man. Let me know what you think. If you can remember how you felt about the show, you know, after this episode, when the first time you watched it. All right, how did you feel? Let me know that in the comment section. I'll catch you guys later, man. Peace.